Luckily, Ghost of Yotei backs up its stunning presentation with equally impressive gameplay. The combat, I think, is where it really shines. It feels weighty and deliberate. Every strike has an impact. Every block and dodge feels quite responsive. There's this balance between precision and chaos. If you button mash, you will get punished. But if you time your moves well, you feel like an unstoppable warrior. Now, I've already had a handful of fights that had me gripping the controller, heart racing and pumping, not because the game's unfair, but because it demands focus. You can't just rely on spamming attacks. You need to read your enemy, anticipate their moves, and react in the moment. When you land that perfect counter or finish a duel with a clean strike, it feels really satisfying. But combat isn't just about the mechanics, it's also about the variety. In the first few hours, I've faced different types of enemies that forced me to adapt the way I approach the battles. Some rush in aggressively, others hang back, they try to surround you, others use guns, and it keeps the game interesting. I can only imagine it's going to get deeper and deeper as the game moves on. One thing I really appreciate is how the game introduces the mechanics at a steady pace too. I don't feel overwhelmed with tutorials or menus. Instead, it lets you learn naturally. And by the time a new ability or weapon comes into play, you already feel comfortable with what you have. So it's easy to build on top of that. But I also think it's because I've played Ghost of Tsushima, and you kind of know what to expect with the progression and upgrade system, and that certainly helps. And this pacing in the game, it makes it feel immersive because you're not constantly being pulled out of the action with lots of text and lots of instructions. You're learning by doing, which is always the best way. And the sense of discovery in Yotei is incredible. Open world games can sometimes feel bloated, and they give you that giant map, fill it with hundreds of icons, and suddenly the world is more like a checklist than an adventure. You're not really exploring, you're just kind of clearing markers. I feel it's different in Ghost of Yotei. It doesn't feel like that. At least not from the early experience I've had so far. I feel myself pushing in a certain direction. It invites you to wander the game and the map, explore certain areas. You see something in the distance, a temple, a cave, or a strange landmark, and you want to go out and check it out. More for curiosity. That sense of natural exploration is what makes the game feel so immersive.